Hello, my babies. It's your girl MamMaJ, aka MamMaJ, and you are listening to MamMaJism. We're going to go ahead and get started with our guided meditation. Now, this meditation is for rewriting a bad day. So, if you're not having a bad day, that is awesome. I'm glad to hear it. Go ahead and put this podcast episode on when you are, well, the meditation part. You can, if you want, skip ahead, but I think it's still a good practice, even if you aren't having a bad day, so that when you are, you can pull this out and use it. So we all have those days where nothing seems to be going our way. You may be feeling under the weather, emotionally exhausted, or overwhelmed with responsibilities. But labeling the day as a bad day could feel right, but it's often inaccurate because no day is 100% bad. There's almost always something good, however small. And we can train our brains to recognize both the good and the bad. Now, this helps us to clearly see that there are likely also pleasant and enjoyable moments during the day, and that none of these moments are permanent. When you do have painful moments, you can respond with compassion and rewrite the story of the day. This practice works well when you're in the midst of a difficult day, so the best thing you're going to want to do is find a quiet place. I'm going to ask you to close your eyes and begin by settling into your body. Feel yourself sitting still, the connection of the body with the chair, the cushion, or the floor, and the movement in the body related to breathing. Bring to mind something difficult you've experienced today. Use a specific event, a general feeling, or whatever arises naturally in your mind. As a feeling of your bad day arises, pay attention to what that experience is like. Notice if there is a feeling in the body or any thought processes in the mind. Steer clear of picking it apart too much. Instead, tune into the overall experience and emotion. Ask yourself how it feels to be having a tough time today. With an awareness of how this feels, begin offering yourself some compassion. Retain some awareness on the experience in the mind and the body. You can silently offer these phrases to yourself. This is a moment of pain, or difficulty, discomfort, or suffering. You can switch out the words. In this instance, we'll use pain. So this is a moment of pain. May I tend to this pain with caring awareness. Now you can repeat this phrase a few times for a few minutes. And again, you can swap out pain with difficulty, discomfort, suffering, whatever feels right for you in that moment. Target and pinpoint your emotions and put that in that phrase. So this is a moment of blank. May I tend to this blank with caring awareness. Go ahead and take this time to fill in the blank and repeat it a few times to yourself. After a few moments of offering compassion to yourself, I want you to let go of the phrases. Bring something to mind that has brought you joy or contentment today. I challenge you to see if you can find a moment in which you weren't enveloped by the discomfort or the pain or the difficulty. It may be when you first woke up. Maybe a nice conversation with a friend or a coworker, or maybe the time you were eating lunch and not focused on the difficulties. As something comes to mind, connect with how the experience felt. Recognize that although you may be having a hard day, here is a moment of freedom from the pain, from the difficulty, from the discomfort, from the suffering. Offer the simple phrase, "May I appreciate this moment." Continue bringing to mind other times in which you experienced some contentment during your day. As each new one comes up, sit with it for a few deep breaths and repeat the phrase, "May I appreciate this moment." And again, this is one of those meditations that you pull out of your back pocket when you really need it. So if you ever have a moment of feeling like you're having a bad day, take this time, reflect, and recognize that with each hard day, there are easy moments as well. And when you reflect on those easy moments, be sure to offer the simple phrase, "May I appreciate this moment," whether big or small. And that part of the meditation is all up to you and how long you want to deep breathe and think of that phrase and think of those moments of pleasance, of joy. It's different for everyone. And if you happen to run low on pleasant or enjoyable experiences, you can look for neutral moments in your day as well. And I guess you can look at a neutral moment like you woke up this morning. That alone makes me the happiest, because we're not promised tomorrow. We're not promised today. But you're here, you're listening to this podcast, you're alive, you're awake. I think that's something pretty pleasant, don't you? As you finish this practice, I want you to make sure that you reflect for a minute on the whole of your day. Without denying your own experience of having a bad day, I just want you to recognize that the entire day wasn't unpleasant. Tune into the fact that many moments were pleasant or neutral. And I promise you, your bad days are going to just turn into bad moments, because you won't allow the bad to overrule your whole day. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this meditation and for doing it with me. Now let's go ahead and get to the episode.